Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I want to show you an updated version of Neo Pro indicator. So in the last week I have added a lot of features into Neo Pro indicator, and I just want to share with you the new capabilities of this trading tool. So if you haven't seen the first video in which I show the first version of Neo Pro and I explain how it works, please go check it out. There will be a link to that video somewhere here on my screen. So yeah, go check that video first and then come back to this one. Okay, so the main issue with Neo Pro version 1 was that it wasn't able to show you the signals in past, basically. So when you deployed the indicator on any chart, it didn't show you which signals it would generate in the history. Therefore, there was not a way besides like backtesting the EA in or not EA, an indicator in a tester and like checking those signals there wasn't a way like in knowing if the settings that you are using are profitable or not. And since the Neo Pro can be changed in so many ways, this is something that I didn't like about that indicator at all. And this is something that I resolved in the second version of Neo Pro. So what I've added is this backtesting function. So what it will do is that it will calculate basically the signals for Neo Pro over the last X candlesticks. So here you can see that the initial settings are set to 5000, so this means that it will show you the signals for the last 5000 candlesticks basically, but you can change this setting, but I won't right now because it takes some time to like do the back testing. And then what I have also done is that you can like simulate your positions. So with each signal that the Neo Pro generates, you will open a position by setting your take profit and stop loss, and then you can see if it's profitable or not. So there are multiple ways how you can select your take profits or stop loss. So the most basic way is to set that in points. So for that you have to choose this points option right here, and then you just set your take profit and stop loss. The second thing that you can do is that you can select or you can set your take profit and stop loss in ATR. So here for take profit, you just type number of ATRs you want to use for take profit. So for example, 2, and then the same thing for stop loss. So for example, 6. Yeah, and this like makes the take profit and stop loss more dynamic, and it also adjusts to the current market. And then there's this last feature which is called trend change, and this will automatically close your positions when there's a shift in the market trend. Okay, so if you open a buy position, that buy position will be closed when the market goes into downtrend and vice versa. So that's the feature that I will show you as the first one. So when I click on OK, what you can see here is that if I go back here, you can see that we start seeing these signals in the past. So what's happening here is that the Neo Pro starts at this point and it basically finds the signals it would have shown you. Okay, so here you can see the signals. So when we like continue, you can see all of the signals here, and by this you can check whether the signals are good or bad. Also you can, for each of the signals, you can see this line here. For sell signals, the line is has like this red color to it, and it basically shows you where it would open a position and where it would close the position. Okay, and the same thing here, opens here, sells here, opens here, sells here. Yeah, So this is like the feature that allows you to see your positions. But this is not all. When you have an indicator with signals, they can be misleading, because if you have a lot of signals, then you can't like calculate how much you would profit and how much you would lose. And that's why I also added a next feature which shows you right here in the left upper corner all of the needed information. So over the last 5,000 candlesticks, the Neo Pro generated 35 signals, as you can see right here. It has one open position, so if we scroll here, you can see that this is our open position. So now we wait for the change in the trend, basically. And then it shows you the overall profit. So over those last 35 positions, we are 1,330 points in profit. We have profit factor of nearly 2, which is perfect. And here you can see your profit and loss. So by this, you can like check the settings or the profitability of that particular Neo Pro settings right away. But that's not all. I have also added this graph feature. So if you click on this right here, you will see the curve for all of the positions. So this is like basically what happened in the past. So this is just like a nice way of showing you if this is something or if these are the settings that you want to use or not. Okay, so let's change the strategy here from the trend change to ATR. So now we are using take profit of 2 ATRs and stop loss of 6 ATRs, and let's just check how this works. So if I click on OK, the Neo Pro will recalculate all of the positions and it will make new simulation basically. So let's zoom out. We can see that these are our signals here. So we start at the exact same point in time, and we can see that for ATR we have opened 36 positions because the last one was closed right here. The overall profit was 2,660 points, profit factor of 4.5, profit 3,400 points, and loss only 740 points. And the graph looks like this. So this gives you an opportunity to test all of the symbols with different settings basically, because each of the symbols behaves in a different way. Some of the symbols tend to stay in a trend, some of them tend to stay in a sideways trend, for example. So for each of the symbols, like, you can select your own settings. So let's also check the last feature here, which is in points. So let's set something like 100 points and 500 points, and let's just check this out. Let's see how this performs. So now it will recalculate as well. So let's just wait for that analysis to be done. Okay, so here we can see the positions. Yeah. And yeah, so we can see that number of positions stays the same. The profit factor is profit factor of 2, overall 2,200 points in profit, and the graph looks something like this. Yeah, so this is basically what comes with Neo Pro version right now. So by this you can check whether you are actually using profitable settings or not, which is a huge help, because I would say all of the indicators out there don't have this. With all of the indicators, you just have to believe in the strategy itself basically, and you can't backtest that. With this, you can. For sure, like, this is not 100% precise, because this doesn't take into an account like trading conditions and stuff like this. But if you check this, like the take profit and stop loss there's a lot of space here. Okay, so if you, for example, look at this position, so buy position right here, we close it right here, this wouldn't be affected by trading conditions, basically. The same thing goes for this position right here and for this position right here as well. So just keep in mind that don't set the take profit and stop loss too close to the market. So something like take profit of 10 points would be useless because it's not 100% correct. But it just gives you an idea about the strategy that you are using. Yeah, so that's basically all of the important information that I wanted to give you. Also, one big help is that if you remember, or I can show you, so basically if I open the same chart here, GBPUSD 5-minute time frame with the first version that is right here. Okay, it won't be visible because there are no signals with the first version, but basically with first version you would you would receive a lot of fake signals. With that I mean that the rules for opening positions with Neo Pro is that you wait for a signal, and then you want that signal to correspond with the right market trend, basically. So if you would receive buy position right here, you wouldn't take that buy position because it's a downward market, and the same goes for sell positions. Okay, so that's something that I also didn't like about the first version. In the second version, I have added a filter that the Neo Pro version 2 will only show you signals if they are in with a correct trend. So you can't find an arrow that would go against the current trend. So that's also something that can help you. Of course, what you can do is that you can increase the backtesting size here. So something like to or 20,000 candlesticks, for example, we can do something like that. But from my experience, this takes a lot of time to load on an actual chart. So if you want to backtest the Neo Pro, what I would recommend to do instead is that you go into the tester, you select your Neo Pro, and then you basically select something like the backtesting period for the last 4 days. You select your time frame, so in this case it was 5-minute time frame, and then in the tester you can change the backtest candlestick size because it's much faster. So if I select something like 20,000 here and I click on start, you can see that the backtest is very fast, and these are the results. Okay, so these are the results over the last 20,000 candlesticks, which is nice if you ask me. If I do the same thing for ATR, so now let's do ATR 2 and 6. These values can be changed, of course. It's up to you what you can input here. But if I do the same thing for ATR, I analyze over the last 20,000 candlesticks, and the graph looks like this. Okay, so for GBPUSD, this works nice. As I've said before, the Neo Pro doesn't work on all of the currencies, or it can work if you find the good settings, and if you buy this indicator, basically you can spend a lot of time by backtesting different settings and different time frames and different currency pairs. So you would have a lot of fun with this, and if you backtest like this in a depth, then I'm sure that you would find a profitable setting for each of the currencies. Okay, but I just want to tell you here. So for example, if I choose something like I don't know, Euro USD, let's go with 50-minute time frame. Let's set the initial settings, so, and let's just change this to 20,000. If I click on start, this might not be profitable because you have to change the settings sometime. So in this case it's profitable, but the curve doesn't look that nice if you ask me. So if I change this to something like ATR, okay, so 2 and 6. Also, the upside of using ATR is that you don't have to change the points based on the time frame. Okay, so if you use 1 hour time frame, you want to use different take profit in points than if you use 5-minute time frame. But with ATR, it really doesn't make a difference because it adjusts to the current time frame. So right here we can also, okay, this is also profitable, but yeah, you get the idea. You have to backtest your settings and see what works the best for you. Okay, so I think that I have showed you all of the important new features that Neo Pro comes up with. So yeah, if you are interested in checking out this indicator, go into the description of this video, click on the link there, which will take you to my website basically, where you can check the Neo Pro indicator. I think right now it's selling for 47 USD. So yeah, if you are interested, go check it out. Of course, you can firstly backtest it to see for yourself the results, and after that, if you are interested, you can buy it. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.